make here to give you an update on some real estate things here in the South. No? So, I'd like to compare now, hindi naman compare, no? Talk about Ayala Alabang and Nuvali. Oh, hold your horses before you say, what in the world? Why is he comparing Ayala Alabang to Nuvali? No, hold your horses, relax lang. So, I just want to give you a historical perspective of Ayala Alabang and Nuvali. Why you should consider Nuvali, no, as an investment. No? Of course, if you could buy Ayala Alabang now, go ahead. No? It's a wonderful place and wonderful investment. No? So, Ayala Alabang was more or less 80s yan. Early 80s. I was a young boy then. Yan. I was brought by my dad there dahil he was an Ayala employee. They were given first crack on Ayala Alabang Country Club. Yun. Terms pa nun. So, since he was an employee, he was given payment terms. Ano yan? 100,000. Yun, in 1981 yata, 82. Something like that. And it was parang 12 gigs yan for an employee. No? So we went there, we were a member, but eventually sold it after a couple of years since we thought it was too far at that time. No? So I was there, we went there. Ang makikita mo lang dyan, I think it was the church near yung Alabang Town Center now, the old church there, hindi ko alam yung name, no? And of course, Ayala Alabang, the village itself and the country club. Yeah, it was very new at that time. I think yun lang in McDonald's, I'm not sure, no? I have to double check, nalilito na rin ako, no? But that was in the 80s. So 80s yan yung Ayala Alabang, they were selling at X price per square meter. I will double check, no? So at talagang ang layo niyan, well, relatively coming from Quezon City, no? And at that time, ang Ayala Alabang was known to be diyan nakalagay, or what was located there is of course the prisons, yung natin, National Penitentiary, Bilibid in Muntinlupa. That's what it is known for. And along the vicinity of Alabang Zapote Road, it's the yung mga animal husbandry o animal government agencies that regulates animals, ganyan. I'll check what was there before. So yun lang Alabang was known for that. And people would say, why would people go there actually? Diba? Why would people live there? Essentially, that's the history of Ayala Alabang. Then slowly as 80s, 90s, malayo pa din ganyan. Tapos the year 2000, palapit na. And many people who were familiar with the style or the mindset of Ayala Land, how they develop things and how yung track record nila. So the early buyers, as you purchased early and believed in their vision, mas nag-benefit sila because they bought at a lower price. So these were the many Ayala employees, the Ayala friends, no? Many are Hispanics, no? Kaya it slowly developed into a social crowd, yung Ayala Alabang. Na Ayala Alabang is for the social na yan. Wow, you're from Ayala Alabang. Wow, nice, no? So it has progressed fast forward 10, 20, 30 years and up to now into a very, very exclusive and very upscale, luxurious development if you live especially in Ayala Alabang. So the prices there are now, I think, doing 150, 160, even to up to 200,000 pesos per square meter. Yes, that's true. And you can check, no? Mga done transactions yan from my friends who specialize there. These are done transactions. And even owners, friends who have bought properties and have sold properties. So these are not a mere press release by developers, no? These are actual done sales. And in fact, may mga ready buyers yan, no? For context, madami rin doon ng mga developers who are selling mansions. You can check this sa internet, no? Sa Lamudi, sa mga ibang carousel mansions, no? From 150 million to 250 million pesos. One piece of property. They're beautiful, they're nice, and there are buyers. Yun, talaga. Dati ang mga binibenta dyan long time, I'm old na, no? Mga 30, 40 million, tapos naging 60 million, 70 million. And as they progress to 100 million and the non-visionary would say, ang mahal naman dyan, walang bibili niyan. No? I was like that before. Oh, who's the crazy guy who would buy that? But eventually, may bumibili. And it benefits the lot owner, the people who have invested there, and the people who have bought the property. Still, over time, they will think in another 10 years, 20 years, and so on and so forth, it will turn out like Dasmariñas Village, Forbes is doing crazy 300, 350,000, even 400,000 pesos per square meter. Who would have thought of that, diba? But that's a reality that many Ayala Alabang owners have experienced in Makati. Okay, in when they bought their properties noong 1950s, 1960s, or at least their parents or their grandparents, they are learning from that. They're trying to benefit from that experience, no? So they're doing the same thing na Ayala Alabang and benefited from it. Okay, so guess what? What they're doing now? They're doing it with Nuvali. Okay, Nuvali now is from the developer, 40,000, 45,000 pesos per square meter. But from the resale market, 28,000, meron pang ganun ba, to 35,000 pesos per square meter to 38. We're talking about Ayala Land Premier Properties, and some Alveo, no? Sometimes they overlap. I'll give you a more detailed discussion on that, whether on video or you can call me. So, guess what? They're doing that in Nuvali. So, to them, ang perspective nila, 30,000, 35,000 pesos per square meter is nothing based on the context of what they benefited from Ayala Alabang and even from buying in Dasmariñas and Forbes Park. So that's how their mindset, no. Why do I know this? I'm not from Forbes or Dasmar or anything, because I have clients who've lived in Ayala Alabang, mga iba't Dasma or Forbes na sila beneficiary, or they know of someone. These are consistent not only stories but accounts of how they benefited from this. The normal people are saying, why are they buying in Nuvali na ang layo-layo na ganyan and so forth and so on and so forth na ganyan. Hindi nila alam that these people have experienced, not naman hitting the jackpot, no, but benefiting yung financial positions nila in investing in an Ayala property. Yun. So yun ang basis nila. So people who are brave enough to think of the same investment strategy. They're so rich, or they're so financially well off in terms of their portfolio, in terms of their land banking, in terms of their purchasing. So we might as well do the same. If we cannot do Ayala Land Premier, we'll do Alveo. If not, Avida. I think it's the same banana, diba? As long as you put your money in real estate na Ayala Land, who knows their business, you'd be good, medium, short term, medium term, and long term. If it's for your use, it's a legacy purchase for your children or grandchildren, you'll do well. Yeah. So, I know people have extra cash buying 3, 4, 5 properties for their children. Yan, legacy purchase, I call it. Who are, I'm sure their children will say, wow, thank you Dad, thank you Lolo for doing this, for looking forward, looking advanced. So, yun. So, not to compare Ayala Alabang and Nuvali, no, versus each other, to put them side by side, but to see the timeline, the possibilities. And in fact, I would dare say, Nuvali is better, it's better, has been planned better by Ayala Land, no. So, huwag magalit yung mga taga-Ayala Land, taga-Ayala Alabang, no. But many of them are owners of Nuvali. Nuvali/West Grove. I'm talking about Nuvali/West Grove, tong southern area, no. So, of course, as you develop further, no, kunyari, let's say Ayala Land develop the big four or the big five, sige, si Forbes, Dasma, Ordaneta, Bel Air 1, 2, 3, San Lorenzo, at plus Magallanes in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. Whatever mistakes that they committed there, or if any improvements, they will carry it over to Ayala Alabang 80s, 90s. So naman yung mga mistakes nila yan, of course, every company is work in progress. Everything is no, the biggest room in the world is the room for improvement, no. They'll carry it over to Nuvali kung ano man yung tingin nila that will improve their their product, di ba? So I would dare say that Nuvali is better developed or better designed, better executed by the developer, which is Ayala, no? And in the future, I heard that Ayala Land is already land banking in Batangas and Quezon na yata. So pa-improve yan. Okay? So it's nothing not to compete them side by side, but to tell you, to relate to you the progress, progress nung progress ng development and how you can be a part of it as an investor, looking at the investors who have benefited greatly. Sorry to overemphasize, to benefit greatly from those decisions. Don't think about other developers, although there are some worthy developers there. But yung track record, yung Ayala that many have benefited. There are very wealthy Filipinos, so wealthy countrymen have benefited. So yun lang. So that's my opinion on Ayala Alabang and Nuvali. If you have any questions, again, drop me a line, comment down below. Don't fail to hit the subscribe button for notifications. So this is Realtor Mike saying Happy New Year, stay safe and stay